and welcome to The Guide. I'm Yo, that's Steve-O, and today we're going to talk about one of the latest big releases for the 3DS. Finally, they're getting some big games out for it. Resident Evil Revelations. Steve-O's been playing it non-stop. I haven't seen him in like a week. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing.
It's good to see you.
Doing pretty good. Survived the. I wish I could say zombie apocalypse, but this time around it's like gooey, alien guys with noodle heads.
they look like that character from Futurama.
There it is.
The squid face dude.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Qui-Gon Jinn.
That's not his name.
Quagmire. Different cartoon.
Quagmire? No, that was different.
That was Family Guy.
You know who we're talking about.
Leap.
No. Move on with your review.
Okay. It was quasi. You know, I gotta say, actually, this is finally the game for me.
Zoidberg! That's what it was.
Thank you.
We weren't even close. That was gonna bug me.
Way
I'm
off.
sorry. Yeah,
Way
we weren't
off.
even close. Quagmire, whatever. Anyway, Resident Evil Revelations.
Yes.
With all the guys that look like evil Zoidberg.
Yes.
Zoidberg.
It was great, actually. I gotta say, probably the first game for me that made the 3DS feel worth owning.
Wow.
I played through it. I'm still rocking through a bunch of different modes. There was so much to it. And I will say, as a fan of Resident Evil from the very beginning, I mean, Resident Evil really got me into this genre, and I still think
Survival
they do it
horror.
better than anybody else.
Now, they've kind of gotten away from survival horror with the last two entries.
Absolutely.
With Resident Evil 4 and 5, those were more straight up action games with some horror elements. This one, I think, goes more back to the roots of it. It makes you feel tense and scared and nervous while incorporating some of the cool action elements that they had from 4 and 5.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a few times where I was very thankful for the case that I had on it because I dropped my 3DS. I highly recommend the game in headphones because the sound is probably the best part of the presentation. It is brilliant. I mean, you can hear water drops and you're wondering and it's creepy and the music and then you hear the footsteps and
Where'd that come from?
It is a very good blend of the original Resident Evil in the Mansion and Resident Evil 4, which two of my favorites. You know, it's got kind of a Resident Evil 0, some stuff there as well with the partner, and just an absolutely all-around, well-put-together game. The presentation is flawless. The best looking game I've seen on the 3DS. The 3D is awesome if you can stomach it, because I'm still not super sold. I dig it, and I always turn it back on for the cutscenes, and then I'm like, okay, right back to the game. Let's play this so that, my eyes don't cross, or, it's weird and terrifying.
Ooze out of their sockets.
Yeah, it's a great game all around. Very minor flaws, content-wise. It's an M-rated game, so there's some language, there's some blood.
There's zombies.
There's zombie things, noodle-looking zombie things.
Zoidberg, who's evil?
Yes.
Real quick, tell us about multiplayer and Street Pass, which are some unique features for the 3DS version of Resident Evil.
Yeah, just this morning, actually, I was on my way to work. I had my 3DS on, and I guess somehow I passed a guy in a car. I got a Street Pass from a dude, and I picked up a couple missions that gave me ammo, and I picked up a level 10 rifle for the multiplayer. There's a lot of unlockables in this. The missions kind of play out like achievements or PS3 trophies where you accomplish a certain task and you get a special weapon, a new costume, whatever it is. So a lot of replay value on that. I got about halfway through the story and then jumped onto raid mode and got lost for about 5 hours because you can play locally multiplayer, you can play online multiplayer, or you can try it solo. I only made it about 5 missions or so before I realized I really need a partner on this one. So, but absolutely amazing, especially if you're a Resident Evil fan. It's got a lot of the old cast kind of back, and the way the story is done, the presentation is amazing. It almost plays out like a television show. Every single chapter is an episode, and after each chapter you get a previously on Resident Evil, and so it kind of recaps things for you, especially on a handheld. You don't have 3 hours to spend on your handheld.
You're not going to play it right through it, so it's nice to have the recaps. Like,
absolutely.
Oh, that's right, that's what I did. Okay, now I remember where I am in this very confusing story.
Yeah, so hands down for me, my pick for the best 3DS game out.
How would you rate it?
6. I keep going back and forth between a 6, 6.5. It's near flawless. I mean, it's a beautiful game. It's brilliant. If it weren't for the content, it would be a solid 7 because as a game, it's just a fantastic accomplishment from Capcom. It's good to see the rejuvenation in Resident Evil because that franchise has been kind of waning for me, especially as a longtime fan. But new fans, old fans alike, I think will get a kick out of it. I absolutely loved it. So
you can check out the full review, GameAndMovieGuide.com, and of course keep up when we post new stuff, Facebook.com/GameAndMovieGuide. You can also follow us on Google Plus / a bunch of numbers, and Twitter as well.
There it is.